presents. It is an act of happiness. I recently gave a gift to my younger sister, and actually today I gave her the gift, as today is sibling day, and I wanted to surprise my sister. The gift was a beautiful diary. My sister loves to write and draw, so I gave her the diary so that she can write those things that she wanna write. She is a student and she is really cute, but sometimes she does so many naughty things, but I'm okay with it. She really liked my gift and she said that it was useful. And that's all.
Uh, okay. Hobby. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Everybody has a hobby. So do I. I have so many hobbies, just like drawing, gardening, etc. But my favorite hobby is crafting. Every creative person likes crafting. I also love it. Crafting is very enjoyable for me because I make things that I can be proud of. Also, I can have fun by thinking of how to make and while I am making it. I really enjoy crafting because it is very fun and I feel satisfied when I'm finished. Crafting is done by various ways, just like making something by coloring paper, drawing something meaningful, etc. Crafting is very interesting because one can make things by herself and can be confident. One can be skilled in designing and can develop her creativity by crafting.
That's all.
Yes, sir, that's all.
Okay, Ganesh, thank you very much for your space. You have shared some information with us which are very much related with the topic. But I have noticed a little bit mistake with your pronunciation. That is a beautiful diary, not a beautiful diary. You have to say a beautiful diary. Then not because, it will be because. Okay, so be careful about it. Zoom, please unmute yourself. Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give a short description about yourself.
Well, sir, my name is Atia Rahman Zoom. You can call me Zoom. I'm a student. I studied at Bogora Girls High School, and I'm from Bogora, which is one of the districts of Bangladesh. I read in class 7, and I like to draw in my free time. I want to be a doctor in my future, and that's all about myself.
Okay, Zoom, I think you have taken your preparation on our today's topics, and you will start from gift. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone, and you should say who you gave it to, what kind of person he she is, what the gift was, and what occasion the gift was for, and explain why you chose that gift.
Well, sir, a few days ago, I gave a gift to a little neighbor friend of mine. Her name is Arnima Prachi. She is a sweet little girl. Although she is much younger than me, we are still very good friends. We are very close and think we can share easily. However, I gave her a little teddy bear as a gift because she was very small, as I said before. Last 26 January was her birthday, and I was invited to this occasion. And on that occasion, I gave her this gift, and this was really very nice. I chose this gift for her because the first reason was that she was very young, and that's why she loved to play with dolls. Besides, she was as beautiful as a doll. That's why I gave her this gift, and she was very happy to receive it. And when she thanked me, and then she thanked me with a melodious voice, and that was very attractive and pleasant for me.
Okay. Now you have to describe your hobby and describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Sir, we know that a hobby is something that will be more interesting than our daily activities. And as I'm a student of class 7, so in my free time, I try my best to spend it happily. And this time, I try to do my hobby. It's gardening and drawing. It's very interesting, and usually there are artists do it, but most people of the world like to do it because it's a precious task. People can express their spatial conception through it, and whatever we will draw, it will be nice. It can be done easily. Some of them take a lot of time again, and some take a little bit time. In my opinion, it's very enjoyable because firstly, I should say that I like to draw in my leisure. It keeps me pleasure, it lessens my stress, and it also helps me do something more attractive, special, and something praiseworthy. Actually, I also got a prize for drawing that inspires me to do it very much. And other is gardening, which is very attractive, and most people like to do it because it also gives everyone pleasure, and so they are very enjoyable for me.
Okay, Jum, thank you very much for your space. As usual, you have done very well. Only a few mistakes that I have noticed in your space, that is for. Of course, the pronunciation will be for me, for him, for anyone like this way. And occasion, not okay, occasion. It will be occasion, and not again, it will be again. Okay. So be careful. As you know, you are trying your level best to improve your pronunciation, and it is also visible in your space. So try your level best to improve more and more. Thank you very much. And we have listening class. We have listening class after this speaking class. So I have chosen this short topic for you. So stay with us. Ima, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just introduce yourself shortly.
My name is Afeb Natima, but you can call me Ima, and I'm a student. I study at Bogrogov Girls High School in class 7.
Okay. Already I have shared the topics. Perhaps you have taken your preparation properly. So you have to describe the first topic, that is describe a gift you recently gave to someone. And you should go through the question, and you have to set the information for each question. So you can start right now.
About a month ago, I gave a gift to my elder sister. She is the best sister in the world. Maybe my sister is not perfect, but she is very trustworthy and she is very supportive to me and helps me to find a solution for any kind of problem that is happening in my life. And she is very friendly and kind. And the gift was a book, and the gift was for her birthday. I chose that gift because she is fond of reading books. Besides, it enriches her vocabulary, improves her imagination and creativity, and also reading books reduces her stress. That's why I gave a book to her.
Okay, now you will describe the second topic, that is hobby. Describe an interesting hobby, and you should go through the question related with it.
Hobby is basically the activity what is done in one's free time. My hobby is reading books, and I think that people who like to imagine things and interested in it do it. It is done through reading different types of books. I think that it is interesting because it helps to learn new things. Reading books expand one's vocabulary, sharpen brain, and help to grow. And it also helps to improve memory. And besides, reading books can also reduce stress.
Okay, thank you very much for your space. You have done well. Only a little bit pronunciation problem that I have noticed, that is kind, not kind. It will be kind, and different kinds of. Okay, then instead of I think, you should say in my opinion. In my opinion. So try to use these phrases in my opinion. Okay, then because, not because. So be careful about this. Sreshta, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sreshta, introduce yourself shortly.
My name is Faizaka Shrestha. You can call me Shrestha. I studied at Bogora Golf Girls High School in class 7.
Okay. We have selected 2 topics for today, and I hope you have taken your preparation properly. So describe the first topic, that is gift. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone, and you should answer the question properly related with this topic.
Well, sir, if a few days ago I gave a gift to my best friend Arwa, she is a kind of good-hearted, very much caring, supportive, and very close to me. The gift was a book named Before We Were Young, written by Lisa Winkett. It was her birthday party. She invited me, so for that occasion, I gave it to her. She is a bookworm. She likes to read science fictions, English for stories book, riddle solving books. After all, learning things from books is a good habit, so I chose it to give her.
Okay, Sreshta. We have another topic, that is a hobby. Describe an interesting hobby, and you should answer the question properly related with this topic.
Well, sir, a hobby is considered to be a regular activity that is done for enjoyment, typically during our leisure time. Every person has a hobby, me too have it. Is photography. Photography is the art, application, and practice of creating durable images. I find some interesting things in it, so I like it and I choose it as my hobby. And the types of commercial photographers are like fashion photographer, sports photographer, architecture photographer, real estate photographer, medical photographer, food photographer, vehicle photographer, advertising photographer. And most photographs are now created using a smartphone or camera, which uses a lens to focus the scene's visible wavelengths of light into a reproduction of what the human eye would see. The process and practice of creating such images is called photography. And photography adds so much value to our lives by recording special events, moments, people, and places, while also helping us to learn and grow as people. When we go anywhere, we can take pictures or do the videos of it, and we can see it after, and we can learn by it. And the main things are captured in it. So I like it, and it allows you to share your life experience in meaningful ways, and it allows you to engage and have fun with other people. My favorite person does it in her free time, so I also like it. Thank you.
Sreshta, thank you very much for your speech. You have done very well today because you have tried your level best to enlarge your speech. And that is very necessary for any speaker at the very initial stage. And I haven't noticed any important mistake in your speech. So of course, it's an excellent speech today. So keep it up, keep practicing, and I think you'll be able to improve yourself day by day. Okay, then who is ready? Michelle, you are welcome here. Stay with us.
Sir, I'm ready.
Sir, I'm ready.
Jiha.
Yes, sir.
Jiha, introduce yourself within a few sentences.
My name is Faria Rejwana Jiha. I'm a student of class 7 in Bogura Girls High School. I'm from Bogura, Bangladesh.
Okay, and describe the first topic, that is gift, and describe a gift you recently gave to someone.
Actually, I recently gave a gift to my neighbor named Suhi. She's a friend of mine. So I gave a gift to her. She's a very good friend of mine. She's a very nice person to be with. She's very fun to be with. She is very friendly in nature. She always gives me many advices when I'm in danger. She always stays by my side. Like she sometimes I play with her in my free time, and I sometimes talk with her, gossip with her, and it's a really fun time to be with her. So the reason I gave her the gift was her birthday. Last month was her my last month 25. It was her birthday, and I gave it to her so that I can make the day more special for her. She also arranged a birthday party for her birthday, and I was also invited to that party. So I gave her a gift, a handbag. She liked handbags so much, and it is her hobby to collect handbags, many kinds of handbags. So I gave it to her. And the handbag was pink in color. She liked the color pink so much. So I gave it to her. And the bag was very simple and very light to carry with. She will be able to take it anywhere she likes, and it will be very useful for her. So that's why I chose the gift, and I think it's very useful for her to use. And she also liked the gift very much, and also thanked me. So I think the gift was very special for her, and I gave it to her, and I that's why I chose the gift.
Yeah, Jiha, thank you very much for the first topic. One important mistake that I have noticed here, that is, she gave me many advices. You can't say like this way. You have to say she gave me or gave me mass advice, because advice is always in a singular form. And you should keep in mind that advice, information, furniture, these words are always in singular form. You can't use them as plural. Okay, I think it's clear to you. Okay, then Jihad, describe a hobby. Describe an interesting hobby.
Okay, sir. There are many hobbies in mine. Hobbies are meant to be in people's life because whenever people have free time or is the time, they will pass their time by doing their favorite thing, and their favorite thing to do is their hobby. Like many other people, I also have some hobbies. Like I have the hobby of sketching, drawing, gardening. I have the hobby of reading, watching English movies, and different kinds of hobbies. But the most interesting hobby of mine is reading books. I really like to read books because it makes me happy and gives me pleasure. People who are very broad minded usually read books, and people like to read books because it gives them many kinds of advice, and they can get many kinds of advice, get pleasure, and can be happy by reading books. People who read books are very wise and intelligent. The great writer's book can be written in our free time. Reading books is usually done while we have our free time or leisure time. We can read books to enlarge our memory. We can enlarge our vocabulary by reading stories, different kinds of books. In our free time, we can read different kinds of books like horror books, scientific books, and many others. By reading different kinds of books, we can enlarge our knowledge, vocabulary, and we can be intelligent too. And reading books has
many kind reading books has many kinds of good role in our life. Like we will be interested in the next part of the book. If we read one part, we will be curious what is going to happen in the next part, or what is going to come in the next part of the book. So we will be very excited and curious to know. So it will active our make our day happier and active, and it will always release our stress. It is a good way to release our stress while we are very stressed about our academic studies or any other things. And books also give us many ways to solve our problems, and I think it's interesting because it is a very creative minded thing, and people can read different kinds of good books in their free time. Reading good books can help people in making their minds good, and they will be happy in their day. So that's why it is very interesting.
Okay, Jiha, thank you very much. Yes, you have done well, but sometimes some pronunciation problem, and you should give more attention to your structure and try to use some advanced words in your space. And sometimes you pronounce like because and sometimes because. So be careful to pronounce the word because. Okay. And the other parts of your space are almost okay. So try your level best to improve yourself every day. Then who is left?
I'm ready.
You are ready. Mr. Are you free, or you will be busy after your space?
No, I'm okay right now. I can speak.
Okay, I'm going to listen to you, but you have to conduct the meeting for 10 to 12 minutes in my absence, because I need the time to make ready our list. And during this time, you will conduct the meeting. Okay, first, let me listen to you. Okay, Michelle, we have selected two topics today. First one is gift, and second one is hobby. And you have to describe these two topics. First, gift. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone. You should say who you gave it to, what kind of person he, she is, what the gift was, what occasion the gift was for, and explain why you choose that gift.
Okay. So the gift that I recently gave was a bunch of flowers, a box of chocolate, a bottle of wine, and scented candle. I gave this to my friend who lives in the US. I had to order it online, and it was her birthday. Actually, she actually turned 36 this year, and why I chose this kind of gifts was because she's really fond of flowers, especially tulips, and she loves wine. Like, I don't know, she loves wine and chocolate. So I just thought I could just surprise her with something that she loves.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Okay, now we have to describe your second topic, hobby. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Okay, so I have quite a number of hobbies, but the one that's on my first list is reading. I love reading books, especially romantic novels written by Mills and Boom. And I think the type of people who loves reading are very intellectual, and they are really bookworms, and they love just having their own space and reading. You just buy a book, or you can just download a book on your phone and then you read it. And I think it's interesting because I get to be alone. It's a me time. I get to read new stuff, learn new words, and even improve my vocabulary.
Yeah. Okay, Michelle, thank you very much. As usual, you have done very well. Your excellent speech. Our participants listen to you very attentively. Because they have many things to learn from your speech. Okay. Jum, is it possible for you to conduct the role of moderator, and after the speech of is participants, Michelle will comment. Can I do this? Jum. Jum, are you okay? Maybe she is not ready then. Okay, yes. I think it's very easy for Kanis.
Okay, sir, I will try my best.
Okay, do the role of mine in my absence. Start it, and you can address any of our member who hasn't completed his or her space. Okay, address anyone. And listen to.
Okay,
Okay.
so who is ready now?
I'm ready.
So introduce yourself. Today I'm your examiner.
Well, my name is Sanjiba Faiza. You can call me Nanjiba. I am a student of class 7. I study at Bogura Golf Girls High School, Bogura. I'm from Bogura, Bangladesh. And that's all about myself.
Okay, describe a gift you recently gave to someone. You should say who you gave it to, what kind of person he or she is, what the gift was, what occasion the gift was for, and explain why you choose the gift. Our time is limited, so try to do it in within a short time. You may
Okay.
start.
Yes, I'm starting. I gave it to a little boy living beside our house. He is a poor little boy. His family isn't solvent enough to give him good things, so he doesn't desire anything to his parents usually. Mm. As in spite of his being small, he can understand the economic problem of his parents. In spite of his being poor, he is very social, and it is very interesting of him. And the gift was a T-shirt. I gave him the gift as the gift for our coming festival for of our religion Eid. And as he is a boy, so I gave him the gift. He usually doesn't desire anything for him, but he desired a T-shirt to my parents as a gift for Eid. So my parents and I have decided to give him a shirt as a gift for Eid. And to make him happy on the coming Eid, I have chosen that gift for him.
That's all.
Yes, that's all.
Okay. And now your first speaking session has completed. Now your second topic is about hobby. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Well, different people have a fascination to different things and they love to do different things. The people usually love to do things is their hobby. And in my opinion, drawing is an interesting hobby. The people who are creative and can create different kinds of creative things in their minds and they can travel to any different kinds of beautiful places in their dreams. So they can draw a beautiful scenery in their mind and who usually take it as a passion. This kind of people do it. It is done so easily by the
by using some ingredients and by mixing the emotional side of the person. The ingredients are different kinds of pencils, brushes, color, pieces of papers, um, eraser, etc. And these are used to do it. And I think it's interesting because drawing is an alternative method of expression of to words and actions. It's a vital communication avenue that allows both children and adults to express their feelings and thoughts. This is an excellent way to cultivate an individual's emotional intelligence while boosting their creativity. And that's all about my answer.
Okay, you have speak very well, and now I'm requesting Azim sir to compliment her.
Hi. What I noticed is that you're not taking note of past tense. You're referring to past tense as if it's actually the present. And also, you don't have to refer to a person as it. If it's a boy, you can refer to them as him, his. If it's a woman, it's her or has. But in the second paragraph, everything was okay. You did quite well.
Oh, you compliment her?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then who is ready? I think Azim sir is not available, so I should continue. Ruhi, please unmute yourself. Okay, Ruhi, please describe yourself. Ruhi, are you there? Okay, I think she have. Ruhi?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. So please introduce yourself at first.
Well, my name's Saida Sultana, but you can call me by my nickname Ruhi. I'm from Bogra, Bangladesh. I'm a student. I study at Bogra Government Girls High School in class 7.
Okay, your first topic is about gift. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone. You should say who you give it to, what kind of person he or she is, what the gift was, what occasion the gift was for, and explain why you choose the gift.
I have recently given a gift to one of my close friends, Juhi. Well, she is very kind, generous, trustworthy, and fun-loving girl. She doesn't fear to speak the rights. She also shows me the right path whenever it's needed. Indeed, she is a very understanding girl. The gifts were two books that I recommend, Name Your Line, April, and Death Note. Well, it was for her birthday, which was yesterday, meaning 9th April. I chose books for her because firstly she enjoys reading and writing fictions. For reading, she likes stories with great plot twist and thrill, at which I believe Death Note is best at. Your Line April is a mixture of many genres like slice of life, romance, comedy, ups and downs of life, acceptance, and many more. But the main reason for giving this was it has many life lessons within within it, and I believe she'll also learn many helpful stuffs from it and read it as a great pastime.
Are you finished?
Yes, I have.
Okay, your second topic is about hobby. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Well, there are many interesting hobbies that I know about, like blogging, reading, writing, working out, crafting, and many challenging hobbies. but I'm going to talk about photography as an interesting hobby. Anyone can do photography if they have the potential for it. One who has a great level of patience can fit perfect to this hobby. She also needs to have creativity and plenty of imagination and the ability to make the enjoyers rethink about the photo with a new story. And many other kinds of people can do it, but in my opinion, the mentioned ones are the mostly who do it. Well, it's quite simple to do it. Presently, people can do it easily through their smartphones, mobiles. For advanced people, they use digital cameras such as DSLR. For a good photography, one must have the correct position, the potential to do it, and a great environment for taking it. In my opinion, whereas most people of my age enjoys gardening, it's quite interesting to have a different passion. One can earn money through it and even save money through it, like in different occasions they don't need any other photographers to hire, and getting joy in your life free of cost is already on the list. It works greatly on many parts and parcels of life. It inspires one on exploring and getting out of his comfort area. It also increases creativity, and it is best at making memories of any time of one's life. And what makes it the most interesting is that one can do it anytime, anywhere, and without any highly doing practice. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Ruhi. And now I am requesting Sister Michelle to compliment her.
Well, I didn't find any fault in her speaking. Actually, she's really good because she's really avoided gestures like she's very confident when she's speaking. She really did well.
Okay, thank you. And now who is interested? Okay, Ima, please unmute yourself.
Yes,
Okay, are you ready?
I have already finished my speaking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice.
Okay,
Okay, Cartographer. Who is this?
I wanna speak.
Okay, describe yourself.
My name is Rajan Pandey, and I'm from Nepal.
Okay, your first topic is about gift. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone. You should say who you gave it to, what kind of person he or she is, what the gift was, what occasion the gift was for, and explain why you choose the gift.
Okay. Well, I have gifted many people and their. Okay. Today I'm going to talk about a gift that I gave to my brother. Uh, it was just a few months ago when he has his 25th birthday, and I gave him a guitar because he was just fond of singing, and so I gave him the guitar because it was so useful for him uh, for his singing career too. And I also think it is important for him because his guitar was just broken few months ago, and I think it was just he needed it for he has needed of guitar. So I think and that he has needed, so I give him. And he is so kind-hearted person and helpful. As he always supports me in every aspects, and whatever I'm doing, he always supports me. So it is the duty for me to gift him is a gift him a guitar.
Okay, now your second topic is about hobby. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting.
Okay, many people have their hobbies. Like some people have like physical activities. Some people do physical activities, and some do mental. But The hobby that I wanna talk about is cricket. I'm a very big fan of cricket from my childhood, and in my country, usually people like youngsters and sometimes older people also played it, and they also love to watch in TV like IPL and other Premier Leagues. And uh, talking about how it is done, there are 11 players in a team, and first of all, there is a toss between those teams, and uh, one should have to choose a bat or ball first of all, and then they have to play in a ground and they have to target the run. And if another team chase it, they will win. Otherwise, they will lose it. And it is very interesting because it just relax people's mind, and it is a great source of physical activities as well. And while playing it makes us unity. It creates unity between our friends, and we can also meet with friends. So it is interesting for me.
Okay, thank you. And I'm requesting Sister Michelle to compliment him.
Um, well, sorry guys, I don't even know how to pronounce your name, so I'm just going to comment, but you know who I'm commenting to. So, my brother, you lack a little bit more confidence. So you really need to boost your confidence, and so that the next person who's listening to you can actually get something out of what you're saying. Otherwise, everything else is okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
now I am requesting Jarin Jaffa to unmute yourself. Okay, she is already left. So now I'm requesting MD Ibrahim Khan to unmute himself. Are you here? Hey, are you here?
Okay, maybe he's not ready. VS, who is this man? VS, uh, has he completed his space or her space? I don't know. Is it?
Actually, no, sir. She
Uh,
or he didn't complete.
VS, please unmute yourself. Just mention a name and fire from. That's enough for you. Okay, maybe this person is not ready. Schweib, have you completed your space? Schweib,
Yes, sir.
have you completed your space?
Sir,
Okay, before that, where are you from?
my name is Shoaib. I am from India. I am doing BTech Triple E in Crescent, BS Abdurrahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology.
Is it your first day with us?
Sir?
Is it your first day with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then maybe you don't know about our rules. Actually, we select topic for discussion every day, and our participants take their preparation on the shared topic. Then they share their ideas when we start our meeting. Is it possible for you to share your ideas on our today's topic, and the topic is visible on our screen?
Yes, sir. Some ideas I have.
Okay. Describe a gift you recently gave to someone.
Sir, can I talk about hobbies?
You would like to describe hobby? Okay, no problem. Describe an interesting hobby. You should say what it is, what kind of people do it, how it is done, and explain why you think it is interesting. Okay.
The hobby meme creating. Uh, this type it is used to create memes whenever we are bored. That time we creating memes. Memes are not only just so funny. It's an emotion to show our feelings to people in social media. What kind of people do it? They uh, that people are like entertainers. Like that people can do it. How it is done? It is done by it is done by uh, some editing like photos and templates. We can choose any template. That time we create made. Last one is explain why it's interesting. It is interesting because many people like memes because it's funny and thinking about other problems in social media. That's all, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for your space. It's your first day with us, and of course, it's somewhat difficult to share ideas without taking preparation sometimes. However, you have fluency to express yourself. But if you would like to practice with us, you can do it regularly. And for this, you should try your level best to take your preparation on a shared topic, and that will help you to express your ideas properly. Okay. Okay, dear participants, maybe all of you have completed the first part, that is our speaking part. So we are going to start our listening part. Stay with me, please. I need just a few seconds.
But it was so hard. And what do you think is one of the big differences between studying at university here?
That's right. Questions 21. Now turn to sections.
Okay, now to tell me, is the sound clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes.
clear.
Can you see it on the screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, and then let's go forward.
3. Section 3. You will hear a conversation between an English teacher called Paul and a former student of his called Kira. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 25.
Okay, go through the question as soon as possible for you. You should read out the question silently, very quickly.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 25.
Hello, Kira. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Paul. How are you?
Well, thanks. It's good to see you. Must be 12 months since you did our course.
That's right. It's nice to come back and say hello.
What course did you enroll in?
Actually, I went straight into third year pharmacy. They credited me with 2 years, which probably made it more difficult for me.
On the other hand, you were lucky to be granted credit. Is that why you chose the course?
Yes, and as I'd already finished a course in it in my country, I thought it would be easier if I studied something I already knew.
I did.
Okay, dear participants, already you have heard the information for 21. What do you think?
It will be A.
A course.
Completed course.
Michelle, what do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I was not listening. I was actually doing something. I didn't quite get it.
Yeah. Okay, listen to it again. Michelle, for you.
Sir, it will be C.
Actually, the answer is A. So listen to it again so that it can be clear to you.
You granted credit. Is that why you chose the course?
Yes, and as I'd already finished a course in it in my country.
As I already finished the course in it in my country. In my country, instead of in my country, here you can see in her home country. Kiara had completed a course. Instead of finished, they have used here the synonym of finished, complete. Is it clear to you right now?
Yes.
Okay, then let's go forward.
I thought it would be easier if I studied something I already knew.
I didn't realize you went into third year. I thought you started in first year. No wonder it was so hard. And what do you think is one of the big differences between studying at a university here and studying in your country?
Well, I found it very difficult to write assignments because I wasn't familiar with that aspect of the system here. The main problem is that the lectures expect you to be critical. That made me feel really terrible. I thought, how can I possibly do it? How can I comment on someone else's research when they probably spent 5 years doing it? I think a lot of people who come from overseas countries have similar problems. But after a while, it became easier for me. People expect you to have problems with the process of reading and writing. But in fact, it is more a question of altering your viewpoint towards academic studies.
How was the content of the lectures? Was it easy?
Okay, already we have got the information for 22. Though it's somewhat difficult for you, but try to guess what is the correct answer for it.
Sorry,
I
it may
think
be
it will be
C.
It will be
Change
C,
your
I
way of
think.
thinking.
It's C.
Michelle, what do you think?
So first, the audio is not really audible, so I didn't quite get anything.
Oh, then listen to it again. Of course, it will be C, because in the audio you hear altering your viewpoints. So instead of altering your viewpoints, you have got here change her way of thinking. So listen to it again. It's a long audio.
I think a lot of people who come from overseas countries have similar problems. But after a while, it became easier for me. People expect you to have problems with the process of reading and writing. But in fact, it is more a question of altering your viewpoint towards academic studies.
How was the content of the lectures? Was it easy for you?
I didn't really have many problems understanding lectures. The content was very similar to what I'd studied before.
And what about the lecturers themselves? Are they essentially the same as lecturers in your country?
Well, actually, no. Here, they're much easier to approach. After every lecture, you can go and ask them something you didn't understand. Or you can make an appointment and talk to them about anything in the course.
Maybe you found them different.
Okay. Have we got the information again?
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear right now?
Yes.
Okay, let's go forward.
Many problems understanding lectures. The content was very similar to what I'd studied before.
And what about the lecturers themselves? Are they essentially the same as lecturers in your country?
Well, actually, no. Here, they're much easier to approach. After every lecture, you can go and ask them something you...
Okay. Already we have got the information for 23.
Approach.
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 Yeah, approach. Okay, you should note down your answer. After completing this audio, you will comment how many marks you have secured out of 10. Okay. So 23 is approach. Let's go forward.
You didn't understand. Or you can make an appointment and talk to them about anything in the course.
Maybe you found them different because you're a more mature student now. Whereas when you were studying in your country, you were younger and not so assertive.
Okay. Already you have got the information for 24.
Mature.
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 Yeah, this is the correct answer. Mature. Okay. Let's go forward.
I don't think that's the difference. Most of the students here do it. In my faculty, they all seem to make appointments, usually to talk about something in the course that's worrying them, but sometimes just about something that might really interest them, something they might want to specialize in.
Okay, already you have got the information for 25.
Ori.
Interest.
Michelle, what do you think?
Pause.
Interest. Yeah, at last you have come here.
Sir, I'm really sorry for network issue and also for some hesitation. I couldn't join with you. I'm really sorry.
Okay. So the answer for 25 is interest. So let's go forward. And already you have solved 5 questions. So you can mark how many questions have you answered correctly.
The lecturers must set aside certain times every week when they're available for students.
That's good to hear.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30.
Before listening to the audio, please go through the question because this part is easy and at the same time difficult. If you don't hear every word, it will be very difficult for you to answer here. And if you hear it, then it is very easy for you to answer. So before that, go through the question as soon as possible. Okay, perhaps you have completed your reading. So let's go forward.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
And how was your timetable? Was it a very busy year?
Oh, very, very busy. They make you work very hard. Apart from lectures, we have practical sessions in a lot of subjects. We did these in small groups. I had to go and work 4 hours every week in a community pharmacy. Actually, I enjoyed this very much, meeting new people all the time. Then in second semester, we had to get experience in hospital dispensaries. So every second day, we went to one of the big hospitals and worked there. And on top of all that, we had our assignments, which took me a lot of time. Oh, I nearly forgot. Between first and second semesters, we had to work full-time for 2 weeks in a hospital.
Okay, already you have got the information for 26, 27, and 28. Is it possible for you to answer it? First,
Sir, I will try.
Sir, I will also try.
okay.
I
well,
will.
First, so tell me the answer of 26.
26
Small
small
groups.
group.
Small groups.
Small groups or groups. Okay. Michelle, what do you think?
Small groups.
Small group. Okay, Zoom, what do you think, Zoom?
Sir, groups.
Groups. Okay, no problem. Groups or small groups, both are right. Okay, then what about 27?
Every 2
hours.
I
days.
think every 2
Every
days.
2 days.
Today's.
Every 2 days. Every 2 days. And what about 24 or 28?
2 weeks.
2
2
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's go forward. So I'm repeating it. First 26 groups or small groups, then every 2 days. For 27, every 2 days, and for 28, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, let's go forward.
Does sound a very heavy year. So are you pleased now that you did it? Do you feel some sense of achievement?
Yeah, I do feel much more confident, which I suppose is the most important thing.
And have you got any
Okay, already you have got the information for 29.
Confident.
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 Yeah. That's confident. Then let's go forward. And this time you have to listen a little bit longer.
In addition of.
Okay, be careful.
recommendations for people who are studying from overseas?
Well, I suppose they need very good English. It would be much better if they spent more time learning English before they enter the university, because you can be in big trouble if you don't understand what people are saying and you haven't got time to translate.
Anything else?
As I said before, the biggest problem for me was lack of familiarity with the education system here.
It sounds as if it was a real challenge. Congratulations, Kira.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, already you have got the information for 30.
English.
Education system.
Education system.
Mr. what do you think?
I think they have to be familiar with English. Oh,
Familiar with English. Actually familiar with education system. Listen to it again. You'll get the information.
Anything else?
As I said before, the biggest problem for me was lack of familiarity with the education system here.
Okay, is it clear right now, Michelle?
Yes, it is.
Okay, dear participants, already you have completed from 21 to 30. Now,
Sir, is it full sound in your PC?
yes, I think so. Yes, it's full.
I don't know actually what is the problem. Your sound is okay from my side, but the video sound is not.
Okay, tell me other participants, is the sound clear to you?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir, it's
Yes.
clear.
What about Michelle?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, Mr. Riyad, then it's your problem.
Pardon?
Yeah, no, Michelle, I'm talking to Mr. Riyad. Maybe
okay.
For a network issue, he can't hear clearly. Okay, no problem. Dear participants, write down your number in our message box. How many questions have you answered correctly? I want to see. Everyone, please write down in the message.
Sir, what should we write?
Chat box. We have a chat box. You can see it easily in our Zoom chat box. We have got Michelle 6, Zoom, Atia Rahman Zoom 10, Khanis 10, Jiha 10, Ruhi 9. Anyone else, please? Ima 7. Please write down your score. Yeah, it's a good sign for you to secure 10 out of 10. Oh, okay, dear participants, thank you very much to join with me. Actually, I'm very, very busy today, and also I'm very tired. So I can't go forward today, and I would like to end the class here. Thank you very much to join with me. And I think it has been an enjoyable class only for you, because without your participation, it's not possible to make the class successful. So thank you very much, Michelle, to join with us regularly, and other participants, Ibrahim, Mr. Riyad, and also all of my students. Thank you very much to join with me regularly.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, sir.
And for your
Thank you
kind
so much.
information, this class has already been recorded, and I will share it in our group. You can watch there.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And sir, yes, all of you, don't forget to subscribe, sir.